Foundations of Financial Literacy provides a comprehensive framework for learning about personal financial responsibility. Students discover how to make wise financial decisions that will help them lead productive lives and achieve financial security. This text includes cross-curricular activities throughout with a robust overview of economic principles and easy-to-understand information for successfully managing milestones like financing your first car, to preparing for college and career, to retirement and estate planning. The 11th edition has been updated to reflect recent changes in tax laws and procedures and includes updated coverage of current financial practices, such as FICO scores and Vantage Score 4.0, trade agreements, and understanding FAFSA for education and personal financial planning. As students progress through this textbook, they will learn how to make financial decisions related to earning money, spending money, and planning for the future, including retirement and estate planning. They will learn what you need to know when using credit, buying insurance, purchasing a car, and living on their own after high school. An introduction to economics is presented to connect content about financial literacy to current national economic issues and to the global economy. A unit on career planning and digital citizenship will help prepare students for a career in the modern world. The authors have brought extensive experience as educators and have included modern pedagogy to engage students in personal finance skills in foundations of financial literacy, building a strong foundation for independent living after high school. Reading prep activities and end-of-chapter applications incorporate English language arts standards for reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Why It Matters introduces each unit to set the stage for learning about financial literacy, while the essential question at the beginning of each section will engage students as they uncover the important points presented in the content. And learning objectives and key terms are listed at the beginning of each section. The tax chapter, Chapter 3, has been completely updated and overhauled to reflect recent changes in tax laws and procedures, while Chapter 23, Digital Citizenship, includes key information and practice with new technologies that students will use to communicate and work as they explore ethical considerations, IT security, and protection of information. This title includes a unit of 5 chapters that provide a robust overview of economic principles so that students can understand how economics and our market economy impact their financial choices, but also how business in the free enterprise and how global trade will affect their decisions and opportunities. Case study activities in each chapter present situations that challenge students to answer thought-provoking questions about real-world scenarios such as cyberbullying, choosing a vehicle, estate planning, online bookings, and much more. You Do the Math activities focus on skills that are important to understanding math for business. Students are given opportunities to apply math concepts such as currency conversions, percentages, or statistical reasoning. Portfolio development activities at the end of each chapter provide guidance to create a personal portfolio for use when exploring volunteer, education and training, and career opportunities. And Event Prep presents information to use when preparing for competitive events in CTSO competitions for DECA, FBLA, or BPA. Employability skills focus on soft skills necessary for job success, while exploring careers present information about the wide range of potential career opportunities, from market research analyst to a loan officer to the President of the United States. Ethics features offer insight into ethical issues students may encounter in the workplace, from banking errors to collusion, confidential information, and much more. Focus on Finance highlight key topics and warn students of financial missteps and how to avoid them, while History of Finance highlights the ways our economy has changed over time. Economics in Action boxes allow students to make connections between the economy and society, from the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic to consumer spending to housing demand. Review at the end of each section includes Check Your Understanding and Build Your Vocabulary activities, while the end of chapter review and assessment covers basic concepts presented in the chapter so students can evaluate their understanding of the material. Review and apply your knowledge questions, as well as communication skills activities, provide ways for students to demonstrate literacy and career readiness mastered in the chapter. Internet research activities provide opportunities to put critical research skills to work, while teamwork activities encourage a collaborative experience as students work together to do research, find real-world solutions, and share their findings with the class. The student workbook provides questions that reinforce and review textbook content, organized to follow the textbook on a chapter-by-chapter basis. These are the instructional resources for teachers in the online instructor resources. Teachers will have access to the online textbook, the companion website, student workbook, and the online instructor resources. The student online platform will be very similar, but will not include the instructor's edition or the instructor resources. For those schools who choose to integrate with a learning management system, your online platform will appear differently than what you're about to see on the screen, but the resources will be the same. Now, let's take a look at the online platform. This is our online platform for Foundations of Financial Literacy. I'll show you how to navigate the resources. First, the student textbook. The textbook is divided by units and chapters. I'll click on Chapter 2, Personal Financial Planning. On the left-hand side, you'll see a toolbar. The plus allows you to zoom in and see the page closer. Minus, zoom out. The fourth button down, or the Contents button, allows you to go to another unit or chapter of the book. Click again to close. Within the text itself, you'll see buttons like this that connect to the companion website. The companion website will house the interactive tools from within the pages of the book. Students can access these by hovering over the icon like this and clicking it. You'll notice that it will open in a new tab, so I could click out to close. To move from page to page, I can just continually scroll vertically using my mouse or the scroll bar on the right-hand side of the screen. I can also use the third button down or the search icon to move directly to a specific page. And then click again to close. I can also search for key terms within the book. It'll then give me a listing of every page within the book where I can find that term. This was a brief overview of our student textbook. Next, to the companion website. The companion website is divided by units and chapters. You'll notice that you'll find videos, and all videos will include a transcript. They can also be moved to full screen or include closed captioning.
Oh, hello. I'm Mike Reynolds. Pleasure to meet you. Jonathan, is it?
You'll also find e-flashcards where students can study key terms. Click Next to move to a new key term, or click on the term itself to view the definition. Click Remove to remove terms that you're already confident in your knowledge. Clicking the hamburger menu on the right-hand side of the flashcard allows you to change the options to view by term or definition, to shuffle the deck, to restack the stack, and to apply your changes. Matching activities allow students to practice key terminology by matching key terms with a definition and checking their answers for instant feedback. Whereas the vocabulary game is a Jeopardy-style game that helps students practice key terms. Check your understanding and build vocabulary activities from the textbook are available as docx files that can be downloaded and then sent in to the teacher digitally, while additional activity files like this one, Managing Your Time, may open in a Microsoft Excel document. encourage you to explore these interactive tools on our companion site. Now, let's take a look at the Student Workbook. The Student Workbook is divided by units and chapters. I'll click Chapter 2 again, Personal Financial Planning. You'll notice that you can open the workbook as Word docx files for students to easily edit, complete, and send back to you. Now, let's look at the resources available for teachers as well. Click Instructor Resources. When you open the Instructor Resources, you'll see that you can navigate resources from the course level or by the chapter. At the top of the course, you'll see that there are rubrics, handouts, as well as correlations and other instructor materials. Instructional strategies, curriculum sequencing, as well as best practices for using mobile devices in the classroom can be helpful for any class. Answer keys to animation quizzes or rubrics for individual and group participation, as well as handouts and correlations to industry-recognized credentials and national standards can be found here. Assessment software and question pools. This is the software that is needed to create and customize exams for students. If you look under each chapter, like Chapter 2, Personal Financial Planning, you'll find resources for that particular chapter, including answer keys for the textbook and the workbook, lesson plans, activity solution files, the animation quizzes, and PowerPoint presentations. Now is the time to update your curriculum. We offer print resources, digital resources, and bundles for those districts that prefer both print and digital resources for their students. We offer LMS integration and rostering services, implementation options, and teachers can post to other platforms such as Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams. We offer easy, quick implementation, training, professional development, and ongoing support. In addition to Foundations of Financial Literacy, we have a full line of titles from middle to high school to help support students as they prepare for their futures and careers. If you don't already have online access, first contact your GW educational consultant at www.g-w.com/consultant. Second, schedule a 60-day free preview and try the resources in your classroom. Third, choose GW, select implementation and training dates, and you are ready to get started. Let's work together to build careers.